Hi there folks, welcome to another unboxing here at Geeknson TV. My name is Kerren. We're again taking a look at MyGeekBox. Now obviously MyGeekBox is a subscription based service, starts at $17.49 per month on a 3-month plan. You can go higher than that if you so wish though. This video is not sponsored, so MyGeekBox haven't sponsored us or told us to do this in any way, shape or form. We're simply doing it because I really like these boxes and sharing this is always a little bit of fun with fellow geeks. So we don't know what we're going to get in this. It could be something exciting, could be like the last one which was a little bit rubbish. Only one way to find out, that's to crack it open. Right, we're open, and if I thought the last one was big, this one's even bigger. The last one was big and was rubbish, to be honest. This one, looking slightly larger, might be slightly worse. Who knows? Or could be millions of times better. So I'm going to disappear quickly behind this thing. Good God. And for the size of it, it's really empty. Like, really empty. Well, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. You don't find diamonds as big as bricks. So first things first, T-shirt, as per normal. Let's see what we have this time. And it is... So it's a pirate themed t-shirt, and the skull and crossbones are made up by different phrases. So Shiver Me Timbers, Captain, Seven Seas, that sort of stuff all appear on there. Quite a nice design, something that's a little bit unusual. You're not going to find it elsewhere. Much better than last month's, I will say. That mummy was just baffling as to why they chose to do that. So yeah, we're off to a better start than we are last month. However, looking inside here, I'm not sure as if it's going to continue on. So we have what appears to be a Five Nights at Freddy's, yes. So Five Nights at Freddy's plush doesn't have any form of, I thought it might have had some sort of squeak in it or something like that, or a voice activation thing. Obviously, if you haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's, it is a horror game based in a child's restaurant, a broken down child's restaurant. It was originally only made by one man and it has absolutely blown up. It was kind of his dream to create games, so he created Five Nights at Freddy's. And funnily enough, he actually created a game before that was just panned left, right and centre by critics. And he went back and made Five Nights at Freddy's that has now got novels, toys, everything. I think we're up to the 5th game or something like that, and the guy has just carried on with his dream and it's absolutely paid off for him. I can't remember his name, but he's done really, really well for himself just on the back of Five Nights at Freddy's. It doesn't interest me personally, but I can definitely see the appeal behind it, and I can understand the, just the absolute drive that he has to make this the best thing that he can. So not necessarily my thing, but quite nice. Again, off to a better start, and I feel like it's going to go down slightly from here on in, because this is an Ecto mini set from Ghostbusters. So you've obviously got one of the characters from the new Ghostbusters, the 2016 one. So you've got one of the new characters, you've got 2 of the ghosts. I haven't seen the new Ghostbusters and I don't particularly want to. I think that it has kind of almost fallen afoul of the new modern sequel making. Now Jurassic World wasn't great, but it was passable at least. But this new Ghostbusters it doesn't look fantastic, which is a real shame considering the people that are attached to it. You've got Chris Hemsworth in there, you've got Kristen Wiig, who is an absolutely fantastic comedic actress, and I can't remember the name of the other female actors, but I know of films that they've been in and they've all been kind of good. So I just think they fell afoul of the modern movie remake, and it really does show. Kind of cute, and I can see why some people who would be very, very fond of these. Not for myself, not personally. We have some wristbands, some festival style wristbands from Batman vs Superman. Quite interesting. Justice League is just round the corner, I wasn't a huge fan of Batman vs Superman. I don't think many people were. It was a film that fell short of a lot of expectations. The director's cut does address a lot of issues with it, which is quite nice, but if you need a director's cut to address the main issues with the film, then something has gone wrong along the way, whether it be through the company that are publishing it, or whether it be through the director. There's something that is definitely amiss. They're quite nice though. If you're a fan of Batman vs Superman, that'd be a nice little grab. That's quite nice. So we have the traditional MyGeekBox little card. It's a zombie style thing. Not entirely sure what that has to do with all of these. I can understand maybe the connection to Ghostbusters. Not entirely sure on the connection to Batman vs Superman and Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a nice design though, we'll go with it. And the pirate thing. We have another notebook. Heisenberg, obviously from the Breaking Bad trilogy. Now, I'm going to admit something to you. I've never watched Breaking Bad. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I know the character, so I know obviously that is Heisenberg, because it says, but I know he's the main character. It's something that has never really appealed to me. And I'm a little bit of ashamed to say that, because people say it's fantastic, but I just don't have the drive to watch it. It doesn't really drag me in, which is a bit of a shame, considering it's a cultural phenomenon. But I can't bring myself to do it. And the amount of people that react with shock and horror when I say I've never seen Breaking Bad is unreal. Hey ho though. Now finally, okay, this is a little bit better. This is slightly better. It's a Batman character encyclopedia. Now, the Batman characters are very, very detailed. They can be very fleshed out. So if you are a fan of Batman, but you're not necessarily a fan of all the comics and everything, this is perfect, because it really does go into detail with some of the characters. It really explains exactly who they are. It explains some of the villains and everything, which is kind of funny, simply because some of the Batman villains are terrible. Just terrible. Killer Moth. Now, Killer Moth is a villain. If you're Batman and you hear Killer Moth, you're going to be so angry the fact that you have to spend your time grabbing someone called Killer Moth. I'd be furious. Hang on, I'm Batman. Leave the police to deal with Killer Moth. I'm dealing with Joker, you know, the maniac. But again, if you are a fan and you're not massively clued up with your Batman villains or your Batman characters, that's perfect. This one is a step above last month's. It's not fantastic, don't get me wrong, it's not blown me away, but it is definitely a step up. The theme is a little bit all over the place. Pirates, you know, we've got Batman vs Superman, Breaking Bad. It's all a bit odd. But again, it doesn't necessarily have to all match exactly. I would say that you've probably got your money's worth if you do go for this one. I would say that you have actually recouped your costs. Considering the encyclopedia itself would cost around $9.99, the t-shirt around £10, you've already recouped your cost then. So this one, I'd say is worth it, but only just. There's nothing in here that you, bar the t-shirt, there's nothing in here that you wouldn't have been able to have picked up at, say, HMV or somewhere like that if you're in the UK, or potentially Target if you're in the US. Yeah. I'd say it's worth it. Just about. Hopefully next month is going to be something a little bit better, and we'll find out then. Thank you for watching us here at Geeknson TV. My name's been Kerren, and we'll see you next time.